Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host. My name is David Bradley, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. Thank you so much for being here. First timers, welcome. People that have been here before and often, thank you so much for coming back. Much appreciated. New people, what do we do on the Cardone Solutions Podcast? Let me tell you what goes down on the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I work at Cardone Training Technologies, and 80% of what we do over there, probably 85% to be honest with you, is 100% free. Service is senior to selling. Give. These are core tenements at Grant Cardone's office. So what I like to do, what I like to add value to you, is to go out into the cyberspace, and I'm going to find a blog post that Grant put up. I'm going to find an article he's written, maybe a tweet that's gone out. Maybe I'm going to rip out an email, and I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to give my 2 cents on it. I'm going to throw some action ideas on it so you can do what with it? Well, you can take it and then plug it into your sales and your business and your life, and most importantly, produce a result. That's right. The number one reason people don't hook up on our online training programs is they don't believe they're going to use it. So what I want to challenge you to do is that before you make an investment, test yourself, check yourself, make sure that you're actually using the free stuff and getting results with it so that when you get on the stuff that you're going to pay for, you know you're getting something of massive amounts of value. How's that sound? Okay, so if you haven't already, do me a favor and subscribe. If you're loving what you're getting, make sure you're sharing it out there into cyberspace. And before I get into today's topic, which, well, you know what? We're going to get juicy and it may hurt a little bit. Let me give you a quick word from our sponsor. Today's episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast is being brought to you by Grant Cardone's 10X Income System, and you will find the Grant Cardone 10X Income System to be a highly appropriate solution to today's topic. Can't wait to get into it. But here's what we do at the 10X Income System. You get to learn from the best, which would be Grant Cardone. Okay, you have access to the most comprehensive business training available anywhere, and it is guaranteed to increase your income. We will show you how to grow your primary source of income, how to add additional flows of income, how to grow your pipeline so they're bursting at the seams, create some passive income, because that's really what we all want right now, yes, and then how you grow wealth like the 1%. What would it be worth to you to know how the 1% grow their wealth? Because once you know what that is, then what can you do with it? That's right, you get to duplicate it. So for more information on the 10X Income System, head on over to cardonesolutions.com/10X your income. That's cardonesolutions.com/10X your income. Now, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode is about a choice you get to make. Today's episode is about a question you should be asking yourself with relative frequency. Today's episode is about this: wannabe or winner? And Grant Cardone wants to know, which one are you going to be? You going to be a wannabe or are you going to be a winner? And actions, my friends, speak louder than words. It is what you do that matters far more than what you say. And since we're talking about doing, let's revisit the 4 degrees of action from the 10X rule, okay? Your 4 choices are: do nothing, retreat, take normal levels of action, take massive action. Now, before we get into the difference between a wannabe and a winner, we have to get clear on 2 things. I need you to get clear on which one of the 4 degrees I just laid out for you is the most dangerous. And then the second thing we need to get clear on is, what result are you looking for when you take massive action? Okay, I want you to tweet your answers out to David at David R. Bradley. So again, which one of the 4 degrees is the most dangerous? And then what is the main result that you're looking for when you take massive action? Okay, tweet your answers out to at David R. Bradley. Feel free to throw some comments in there as well. And so with these 4 degrees in mind, and the understanding that only massive action will get you what you want in life, know this: whether you're a wannabe or a winner, you'll find you're taking massive action on one side. Whether you're a wannabe or a winner, you will find you're taking massive action on one side of each trait, either way. So as we go over the qualifiers of what makes a wannabe versus what makes a winner, look at what think about it. What are you currently taking massive action on? And Then I want you to start thinking with what you can do to stop retreating from the areas of being a winner that you know you already are. Because if you're in this wannabe category, not in the winner category, and you're taking massive action on one side of this thing either way, the opposite then is you're retreating. Follow? So what makes a wannabe? These are right off of an infographic that Grant dropped, I think on either LinkedIn or Twitter recently. I grabbed it because I said, hey, here's another opportunity. This will be the third time we've gone down this, right? We've done something like this, okay? So this is another infographic. So what makes a wannabe? Talks the talk, procrastinates, always showing off, chasing the money. Who'd you just think of? I know you thought of somebody. I did. Okay. What makes a winner? They walk the walk. They initiate. They got nothing to prove. And they're chasing the dream. So the question for you then becomes, well, which one are you going to be? Now, right? Third time we've done something like this, right? Remember that? So the first time we did poser or player, and then the second time, last time we did average or successful. And this question boils down to the same thing, wannabe or winner. It's the exact same question. Where do you want to spend the bulk of your time? So I don't need to rehash that with you. You get that already. Okay. Today, we want to look at very specifically what degree of action are you in when it comes to these four spectrums? So remember, you're either doing nothing, you're in retreat, you're at normal levels of action, or it's massive action. So why don't we do, so the exercise I want to give you is let's just do the whole scale from 1 to 10 thing. 10 being that you're taking massive action on the winner side of the spectrum, and then 1 being you're taking massive action on the wannabe side of the spectrum, okay? And I want you to be as brutally honest with yourself on these as possible, because right now it's you, maybe you're listening in the car, maybe you're at home, maybe you got some headphones on. It's just you and me right now. I'm not going to tell anybody what your secrets are. So just be as brutally honest with yourself as you possibly can. Are you chasing the money, or are you chasing the dream? Are you after a dream? Are you going after your goals and dreams, or is it all about the money for you? Which one is it? Scale from 1 to 10. Chasing the dream or chasing the money? Rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. Be honest. Okay? You got nothing to prove, or are you always showing off? Are you initiating, or are you procrastinating? And when you see the infographic, the procrastination thing is a dude playing Xbox. At least it looks like Xbox to me. Are you initiating, or are you procrastinating? And then the fourth one, walking the walk, or just talking. So take some time. Spend some real time on this with you. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself to do this. Rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. And then once you know what that is, which one are you going to be now? Okay? The conclusion to the scale from 1 to 10 is always going to be, what's it going to take to get you to a 10? So I ask you, hell, I ask myself, what's it going to take for us to be at a 10? When you get into a sales situation, are you coming from a place of service? Are you just looking to get paid? Are your goals about making an impact for the better on planet Earth? Or is it just about you having some nice stuff? How confident, this is important, how confident are you in your ability? Go ahead and Google this for me. Ryan Hall Pizza Restaurant, if you would like to see the difference between nothing to prove and showing off. That's Google Ryan Hall Pizza Restaurant to see the difference between nothing to prove and showing off. And then from there, right, the nothing to prove versus showing off, from there it is very easy to transition into having an understanding as to why you are not initiating more and why we find ourselves not walking the walk. Well, now what are we going to do? Okay, I'm not as good at that as my buddy Michael Cirillo, but that's my poor Barney Fife impression there. Well, now what are we going to do? Okay, so once you've decided that you want to spend more time in the winner category, I've got how to be a winner in 3 steps. I'm not just going to leave you dangling there. Okay, so 1, Start and end each day by writing out your goals and your dreams, and then revisit them anytime you experience a setback or you start getting down on yourself. 2, skill up. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Okay? Practice harder than you play. Study and train daily. On the days you show up to work without having studied and practiced, you're a wannabe. Hate to break it to you. But find me one professional anything, who doesn't practice, train, drill, rehearse, and I will show you an amateur disguised as a professional. 3, third thing, go first. The number one rule of success, show up. Don't wait, initiate. You going to be the cause here, or are you going to be the effect? So here's how we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up with a little punch in the nose, truth of a horse pill that you need to swallow in order to get on the right side of the wannabe winner spectrum. Quote, ain't nothing happening to you, it's happening because of you. Once you take that responsibility point, you can change your life. End quote. That's your Uncle G. That's in a YouTube video. It's a recording of a sales meeting he did for us. If you'd like it, tweet me at David R. Bradley, and I'll tweet it back to you if you'd like the link. So that's kind of a drops the mic quote, right? Ain't nothing happening to you, it's happening because of you. Once you take that responsibility point, you can change your life. Drops the mic, right? So this has been another awesome episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Truly appreciate you being here. Again, if you haven't subscribed, thank you in advance for doing so right now. Also, thank you in advance for sharing this out amongst your friends. Appreciate you interacting with me on the Twitter, on the social networking sites out there. Thank you very much for that. Have an awesome rest of your week, and I'm going to leave you with a couple more words from Uncle G, which is this: be great, because nothing else pays. See you soon.